touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seemed so good. I've been inclined.
Hey there, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitars Ready Hero song tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond, which is an absolute classic. Great one to sing along to. For the basics, you'll need a guitar in standard tuning and a capo on the 4th fret of your guitar. If you're someone who's looking for some quick wins on the guitar as well, then be sure to check out my free guide, 10 legendary songs you can play with 3 chords or less. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. It's completely free. Alternatively, if you're looking to build a strong and solid foundation but you don't know where to start, then be sure to check out my Guitars Ready Hero Premium course and membership, which gives you all the guidance to play with confidence. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. Let's jump into the lesson. Okay, let's get stuck into the song, and I'm going to first teach you the intro, which is also played in the bridge, which is a fun little riff. So there's 2 lines of tab here. Now I'm going to actually start with my ring finger here on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Not necessary, but I will require this later on, so I'm just getting ready. The first 3 notes are the open 5th string, and then the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then up to the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Now it's worth mentioning that this song has swing feel. So if you're counting at 8th notes, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and notice how the down beats are held out longer than the up beats. In comparison, straight timing is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but for swing feel, there's a bit more of an emphasis on the down beats. So the first 3 notes, 1 and 2 and 3, and on the 4 end beat, you'll hit the open 5th string and then the 2nd fret. All right, so the first bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and for the second bar, let's break this up into 2 halves. So for the first half, we'll go 3rd fret of the 5th string, then 2nd fret, and then open 5th string. All right, so 1 and 2, and the second half is just the first half repeated, 3 and 4. All right, so put the first 2 bars of music together, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The 3rd and the 4th bars are identical to the 1st and 2nd bars. For the 2nd line of tab, our first bar is the same as the first bar in the 1st line of tab. But then after that, we're going to play some chord shapes. So we're going to start with our C add 9. And that's why I have my ring finger here on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. But I'm just going to focus on the 5th, 4th and 3rd strings. And then go to a G over B. So move the index finger to the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Focus on those same 3 strings. Then take your pinky finger onto the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and we'll focus on the open 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Then to a D5 chord shape. So index comes onto the 2nd fret of the 3rd string now, and I'm going to focus on the middle 4 strings. Each of those strums is held out for 2 beats. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And that's it for the intro, which will sound like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 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 Okay, next we get to the verse, and there's just 2 lines of chords here. Now, each chord is going to be held out for 2 bars of music, and the strumming patterns is going to be down, 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 up. So 8 down strums followed by a quick up strum. So we're going to start with a G chord. Now, one thing we'll add to the strumming too is palm muting. So take the fleshy bit of your palm, rest it lightly on the edge of the bridge, and we're going to just focus on the heavy strings of the chord. So that will be just the 6th and 5th strings, all right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no need to actually strum the whole chord. You're just focusing on those thicker strings when you're palm muting this, and that will give it that staccato feel. Staccato is like a jumpy feel. There's a gap between the notes. Then we go to a C chord with the exact same strumming pattern with a palm muting. Back to a G, and then finally to a D. And in total, the verse will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, Now, if you're looking for more legendary songs that just use a handful of chord shapes, then I've created a free PDF guide called 10 Legendary Songs with 3 chords or less. And you can grab that in the description below. It's really great for those who are fairly new to guitar and you're looking to get some quick wins and build momentum. So that's it for the verse, and that chord progression is played through twice for all the verses. Next, we'll move on to the pre-chorus. Again, there's 2 lines of chords here. At this point, we're going to remove the muted strumming pattern, so no more palm muting, and we're just going to strum a continuous down-up strumming pattern at 8th notes with swing feel, remember? So again, the down strums are held out longer than the up strums. So for a G, it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so that's going to be played for 2 bars of music, then an E minor chord shape for 2 bars of music, then D7 for 2 bars of music, C for 2 bars, and then D for 2 bars. And the pre-chorus in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Okay, now we get to the chorus. First off, we're going to start with the G chord and continue on with that strumming pattern that we had in the pre-chorus. So 1 bar of the G there. Then we get to a C chord. Now this is where the iconic ba 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 is going to come in. And we're going to adjust our strumming pattern here to suit that rhythm. So for this C, the strumming pattern is down, up, down, up, down, down. All right, or 1, 2, and 3, 4. So on the 3 and the 4, that's where we really emphasize those strums. Now on the 4 beat, what you can also do is actually lift your index finger on that 4 beat. All right, so 3, 4, all right, and that sort of mimics the melody. All right, so the C chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. For the next 2 bars, we just go back to a regular C for the regular strumming pattern. And then D for 2 bars. So the first line of chords would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Now the second line of chords is almost the same, except when we get to the D, things change a little bit. So when we get to the D, we're going to strum it and just hold it out for 2 beats. There's no strumming pattern here. Then we're going to switch to a C add 9 chord shape like this. So it's similar to a G, but with middle and index fingers on the 5th and 4th string. Then to a G over B, similar to our intro. And then D over A. So it's just D chord, but we're going to include the open 5th string. Right, each one of those chords is going to be held out for 2 beats. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that is it for the chorus, which will sound like this in total. 1, 2, 3, 4. After the chorus, there's another verse, pre-chorus, and a second chorus. Then there's the bridge, which is the same as the intro. And finally, the last chorus, which is just the first line of chords of the other choruses repeated until this song fades out. At the playthrough at the end of this video, I'm just going to play that line of chords through twice and then end the song on a G. So again, the song structure is intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus. And those are all the parts you need to learn for this song. So now I'll be doing a full playthrough of the song with the vocal track on top for some context. Big thanks to my friend Eric for lending his awesome vocals to this playthrough. Feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seemed so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurting runs off my shoulders, how can I hurt when holding you? Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seemed so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Oh no, no. Sweet Caroline, good times never seemed so good. Sweet Caroline, I believe they never could.
Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this lesson, then I know you'll absolutely love these other lessons here. Or if you want some easy guitar wins, then I've put together a free guide with 10 legendary songs you can play with just 3 chords or less. You can grab that by clicking below. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.